Hi friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am so excited for today's video because I think this is the most excited I've been for a product launch in the longest time. I ordered it on launch day and I actually woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning randomly with the thought of having to order this product. And the product that I'm talking about is the new Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation. If you're excited to see me test out this new foundation and give you my first impressions, please keep on watching. The product literally arrived at my doorstep just a couple of seconds ago. I knew I had to post this video closer to launch day because I know a lot of you are very excited to see this product in action. So I'm going to go ahead and talk a little bit about the product. We will get into the try on and then I'll give you my first impressions. I'll read you a little bit about the product itself from the Sephora website because that is where I purchased it. So this here is the new Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Medium Coverage Liquid Foundation with hyaluronic acid. There are 30 shades available on the Sephora website. I chose the shade 3 Neutral, and I believe in the Hollywood Airbrush Flawless Foundation, I am in the shade 4. I went a little bit lighter just because it is the winter time, and if I end up really liking this, I will also get my summer shade. So this is supposed to be a long wearing natural finish medium coverage foundation. It's best for dry, combo, and normal skin. I do have dry skin, so we will see how this works for me. And it's supposed to be buildable. So we're gonna put all of that to the test. I am not gonna be doing a wear test in this video, but because I will be posting this video a couple days after I try it out for the first time, in the description box, I will let you know about the wear time and all of that and my experience. So don't worry, I will not leave those details out. And I will also be posting a reel on my Instagram in the next couple of days as well. And you guys will know a little bit more detail about this product since I will try it more than once. The unit carton of this product is so beautiful. I am such a packaging hoarder when it comes to this kind of stuff, especially if it's beautiful like this. So I'm sure it's gonna take me months to throw out. But let's go ahead and open up and let's see what the actual bottle itself looks like. This is what the new Beautiful Skin Foundation packaging looks like. I am completely obsessed with the way Charlotte Tilbury packages her products. It's always so luxe and beautiful and elegant, and this one is definitely no different. You can see that they have the gold accents like the Airbrush Flawless Foundation, and on the back it has the number and shade name, which makes it super easy because I like to store my foundations flat, so I can just place this on its front and then be able to see what shade I'm reaching for, especially if I end up buying a summer shade or a different shade. I quickly ran to grab my Airbrush Flawless Foundation from Charlotte Tilbury so you guys can see both of them have 1 fluid ounce. They're both $55. And I love how the packaging just kind of matches. This one obviously looks a little bit thicker, but same amount of product, and so this one looks a little bit thinner. They both have pumps, but I will say with the Airbrush Flawless filter, it is absolutely impossible for me to get the product once I'm almost at the end, which is where I'm at now. So basically a lot of product gets left over on the side of the bottle itself. So I'm hoping this is going to be a little bit different. Before I go in and start applying the product, I just want to let you know that all I have on my face right now is my usual skincare routine. I'm going to be applying a primer that I normally use with every foundation, CC cream, whatever it is, and that is just the Embryolisse Lait Creme Concentrate. This is a primer slash skincare product. It makes my skin feel super soft, and I do need it during the winter time because my skin is dry. But on one side of my face, I'm going to be applying the Liz Wattier. This is the Portfolio Corrector. And on the other side, I'm not gonna apply it, just so we can see the coverage and what my skin looks like with or without a color corrector. Now that the color corrector on the right side of my face is dry, I'm going to go ahead and dampen my beauty blender because that is how I always apply my foundations. We're going to see the color match, and then I'm going to go ahead and just go in with the product. Again, this is shade number 3 Neutral. The Airbrush Flawless Foundation I have in the shade 4, which is also a neutral, so I'm curious to see if there's going to be a huge difference. But let's go ahead and apply it like I normally would and see what the shade looks like on me. So I'm just applying one pump of this. I did a half and then another half just because I wasn't sure how much product would come out. Let's see. So it looks like it might be a little bit light for me just because my neck is always a little bit darker, but we're gonna go ahead, blend it in like I normally would, and then I'll come back with my first impressions. I showed you guys a close-up of my skin so you can really see what the foundation looks like on my skin on both the side I had the color corrector and the side that I had nothing else on, and I just think it looks really beautiful. It's definitely a medium coverage foundation as it's advertised. It did cover up the color corrector that I had in those areas there, which is the true test, I think. If it can color up a lime green color on my face, it can really cover up anything. I think that both sides look really good. I think you can still see my skin, so it's kind of peeking through, which is what I wanted. I wanted it to look as natural as possible, and that's the look I normally go for. It did add a beautiful glow to my skin. So for those of you with dry skin, you do not have to worry. Your skin's not gonna look very cakey or dry whatsoever. I don't wanna speak for those that have oily skin. You guys can be the judge of what you think this might look like on your skin, but I have to say, I don't think it's overly shiny or greasy whatsoever. It does feel super lightweight on my skin. And honestly, that one pump that I did, so I did a half a pump and another half a pump just because I wasn't sure at the beginning. I think that really covered my entire face and I did not go in with any extra product. Overall, I am very impressed with the way this applied. I'm going to try applying a little bit more so we can really test out how buildable this is. So I'm just gonna apply a little bit more on this side of my face, and this side I'm gonna kind of just leave so we have a comparison. I'm just gonna apply a half a pump to this side of my face. I'm gonna zoom you guys in and we're gonna see exactly how buildable this truly is. I've given it some time for the extra half a pump that I did on this side to dry down, and I have to say, it is definitely buildable. It does give you a little bit more coverage, and I think it makes my skin actually look a little bit more smooth. You guys tell me what you think down below in the comments. I want to see how this reacts with powder products on top and other cream products. So I'm going to hop off camera, do the rest of my makeup, come back on, and I will give you my final thoughts. So I am back with a full face of makeup, as you guys can see. So I'm here to give you guys my final thoughts, which are my first impressions of the new Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation. Let's start off with the shade. So I chose the shade 3 Neutral. This was for fair skin, and I will throw up a picture here of one I took right now, right in front of the window, and as you guys can tell, my face looks a little lighter than my neck. So next time, I think I'm going to choose shade 4, which is also neutral, but it's the fair medium with neutral undertones. In terms of application, this was a really easy foundation to blend out. I found that regardless of whether I wore color corrector or not, it covered up most of my skin, but also some of my skin is peeking through, which I love because it makes it look more natural on my skin. It feels lightweight, it looks lightweight, my skin still looks like skin, and I love the light glow that it gave my skin as well. I've had this makeup on for at least half an hour now. The foundation has held up really well. It looks really good with the rest of the makeup products that I applied. I applied powders, cream products, kind of let everything sit and settle in, and I think it just looks really beautiful on my skin. I'm quickly just grabbing the mirror to look and see if it has sunk into my smile lines. I did set my smile lines with a powder product, so we will see. So it looks like the foundation hasn't really set into my smile lines, which can be a problem for some foundations and my skin. This one has not settled in, and again, I've had this foundation on for about half an hour. I always set my smile lines with a powder product, and I think it looks so good. As part of my first impressions, I wanted to compare the two foundations that I owned from Charlotte Tilbury, and I will say that the Airbrush Flawless Filter definitely does feel a little more heavy on the skin than the new Beautiful Skin Foundation. This one also has a matte finish, so if you do have dry skin like myself, I do tend to have to add some oil to the foundation in order for my skin not to look overly cakey or the foundation not to look too heavy on my skin. But the new foundation does give me that radiant glow. It also has a natural finish. So I think if I had to repurchase one or the other, I think I would repurchase the Beautiful Skin Foundation for those reasons over the Airbrush Flawless Foundation. I'm gonna go ahead and throw up my overall score of the new Beautiful Skin Foundation from Charlotte Tilbury onto the screen now. This is also going to take into consideration the longevity of the product, which of course I'm not doing a wear test in this video, but I will be wearing this foundation for the rest of the day, and I will also leave my notes about the longevity of the product down below in the description box, so be sure to check it out once this video is done. That is the end of today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me try out the new Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Foundation and listening to my first impression. Let me know down below in the comments what you think about my first impressions and whether or not you would purchase the new Beautiful Skin Foundation. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, give this video a big thumbs up, and follow me on my socials, which are linked down below in the description box. And I hope to see you all in my next video. Ciao for now!